Alright guys, this is the Michael Myers fanatic back with another video. I thought I would weigh in on the whole thing about Halloween Ends being the final movie that Blumhouse makes and the rights going back to Malek Akkad more likely than not. Here's the thing with that. I always thought that if you were going to do something, you're supposed to do it for the right reasons. You should do it for the right reasons. But with Blumhouse, and all I can do is speculate. I don't know because I don't work there. But with Blumhouse, it just seems like all they were trying to do was outdo 1 through 8. It just seems like that's what their mission was, to outdo 1 through 8. Now, a friend of mine by the name of Everyday Horror, a fellow YouTuber by the name of Everyday Horror, he basically already covered this topic and he did a fantastic job, as he always does. But here's my problem with it. They talk all this shit about 1 through 8, and then when they get the ball in their court, they basically fuck the franchise up. What did you do that was so much better than 1 through 8? You talk all this shit about 1 through 8. But what did you do that was so much better? Not a damn thing. Basically, they put these little clues in there saying that they were going to bring the franchise back to life. That's why you saw the dead pumpkin in Halloween 2018, and then the pumpkin slowly rose back to life. As if they were saying they were responsible for the resurrection of the Halloween franchise. You're responsible for the resurrection? If this is resurrection, I would hate to see what death looks like. You call this resurrection? Yeah, you made the Halloween franchise money, and I'm sure Malek appreciates that. You made it a lot of money, no doubt. Resurrection? I don't think so. First of all, you talked all this shit about how Michael Myers and Laurie shouldn't be related. What did you do to advance that storyline? Again, not a fucking thing. You literally just had 3 girls walking down the street. Oh yeah, 5 people got killed in 1978. And then the one dude was like, wasn't it her brother that did that? And then Allison was like, no, it wasn't her brother. That's just something that people made up. So right away, you established the fact that Michael Myers wasn't Laurie's brother. What did you do, almighty Blumhouse, to advance that storyline? Nothing. You didn't do anything to advance it. There were no surprised endings. There were no twist endings. It just seems like your whole campaign was based on taking a shit on the first 8 films. That's what it was all about. You even had Jamie Lee Curtis going on the press tour, and she was all like, oh, this focuses on trauma. This is all about trauma. And if you want to go watch Halloween 6, go watch Halloween 6. That's what she said in a nutshell. What did you do that was so much better than the first 8? Nothing. Nothing. You didn't do anything. I could literally see if you did something that advanced the storyline, and then we got some twist ending at the end, and we're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Oh, snap. Man. And you leave the theater talking about that. Like at the end of Stephen King's Storm of the Century, when we find out that what Andre Lenoge really wants is a child, everybody in my family was like, oh shit, he wanted a baby. I didn't see that coming. But with this, there was no surprise ending. Now granted, Halloween Ends is not out yet. So you still have one more film to prove me wrong. One more film to prove the Michael Myers fanatic wrong. Are you going to prove him wrong? Probably not. Let's talk about your protagonist, Allison. Now, I haven't seen her in Halloween Ends yet, so I'll give you a pass on that. But let's talk about the first two movies. What did you do to get Allison over? What did you do to get Andy Matichak over? Again, not a fucking thing. Nothing. I totally don't get you guys. You came with your chest poked out as if you're the end-all be-all. Ooh, we're gonna bring the Halloween franchise back to life. Not like those first shitty films that came before. We're gonna bring it back to life. And what do you have to show for it? Nothing. You got a 60-plus-year-old man with one eye running around killing people. And you mean to tell me nobody can stop this guy? And you said he was human. So if he's human, how the fuck is he still alive? You literally don't make any sense. Nothing you've done with this entire campaign has made any sense. I'm glad the rights are going back to Malek Akkad. Good. I don't know why they're going back, but maybe he wanted them back because he figured somebody else could do better with them. And then let's talk about that watch party you had. You had a watch party. You tried to ask them questions. What did they do? They ignore your questions and they only answer the questions of the fancy people. I thought you said it was a public event. See, Blumhouse, the problem with you is that you're all sizzle and no steak. You're all sizzle and no substance. You're about flash. Everything has to look flashy with you, but there's no substance behind it. You have to use all these fancy words. Ooh, trauma, trauma, trauma. Why did you keep using that word? Because it's a trigger word. What I'm saying is they basically use that to get more people to watch it. It's like taking a YouTube video, like I told you before, and putting a fancy title on it and putting the hashtags on it. Why do you do that? To get people to click on your video so you can get more views. In my opinion, this new Halloween trilogy has been nothing more than clickbait. That's literally all it is. Clickbait. Something to get people watching it. You come in here with your chest all stuck the fuck out like you Superman and shit. Ooh, we're gonna change the Halloween franchise. That's right. That's right. And what do you do with it? Nothing. What did you do with the franchise? Nothing. You did nothing new with it. Michael Myers is not her brother. Great. Okay, cool. He's not her brother. What are you going to do to advance that? What are you going to do to make it better? Nothing. So you might as well have just left them brother and sister. And by the way, don't let the stupid fans fool you. They didn't have a problem with them being brother and sister until Blumhouse said something about it. You know why? Because the Halloween fans don't have a mind of their own. They don't have an opinion of their own. The Halloween fans' opinion is whatever the producers tell them their opinion is. Let's keep this shit real. Because if it ain't real, it ain't right. We gonna keep it real today. The Michael Myers fanatic is gonna keep it real today. Because if it ain't real, it just ain't right. Now all of a sudden, nobody's allowed to voice their opinion and shit. If they voice their opinion and it contradicts the opinion of Hollywood or the agenda of Hollywood, then all of a sudden we're wrong. All of a sudden we're being vilified. And you got all these fake ass jabronis on YouTube with these fake thumbnails taking pictures with their mouth wide open, smiling and shit, trying to get people to click on their videos. Got your mouth wide open. I hope a fly up in that bitch. Get stuck all in your throat. I'm just keeping it real. I'm tired of all this fake shit. Tired of all that. We keeping it real today. And you got people like myself and Everyday Horror, we can't get any recognition on YouTube because we keep it real. And what do? You deem us negative. No, we ain't negative, we just real. We keep it real. Fuck that. I'm glad it's going back to Malek Akkad. I don't know if it is. I hope it is. I hope it does go back to Malek Akkad. I hope he finds somebody else to do it. Maybe he can find somebody that actually knows what the fuck they're doing. How about that? Shout out to my homeboy, Everyday Horror. Shout out to Jules Sains, the resident of Collinwood. Shout out to Zach Hall. And even shout out to Andy Matichak. The best thing about the Halloween trilogy. Represent. Maybe Allison could take that shotgun and shove it up Michael's candy ass. Because that ain't the real Michael Myers anyway, as far as I'm concerned. The real Michael Myers can be found in 1 through 8. And fuck all the resurrection haters. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. I'm out this bitch. Please be sure to follow me on all forms of social media at the Myers Fan 25 and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Thank you for watching.